Laura shows Android apps. Droid.
So here are some Android games that you can get free and that involve playing with balls. This one's called Pool Break. Features table-based games, your pool, snooker, that sort of thing. I tend to like playing the snooker because it's more of a challenge. Initially the game seems tricky to play, but once you've put your settings in and get the hang of how it works, it's a doddle. You can flip the screen round to get different perspectives on the table. Landscape tends to be great for close shots, and vertically is better for long pots. You could turn the screen around as you wish. You can see any angle that you like just by dragging on the screen. You can zoom out with it and you can zoom in. So very simple. It's got really good sound effects and I like the graphic. Simple but effective. If you're new to playing online, this isn't one of those headache type of games that you need to figure out how to do it. Your phone will let you know that someone wants to play against you, accept, and it's game on. They don't give you as much control when you play online, but not in a bad way. It adds more challenge. I find that when I'm playing solo, that I actually play more snooker than pool because there's more challenge there. You might find that pool gets too simple. Now, if you don't pay for the game, they'll take some features away after about 2 weeks to a month. They'll take away online gaming and playing against the computer, but you can still play with your friends.
Droid.
This game is called Falling Ball, and the object is simple. Avoid the falling balls. You start with one, and you get more and more. And it's a lot more difficult to do than it seems. And they've done a lot of fixes to try and make the game a lot easier and more playable. Give it a go.
Droid.
This game is called Trap, and what you're trying to do is slice up your screen, real estate, to just chop off areas of your screen without these red balls hitting your lines as you do it. So there goes my line, and yep, did it just before the red balls hit it. And you should leave just 30% space for them to be moving around and to progress to the next level. The only downside to this game is that you only get 3 strikes and then you're out. So even though you may get to the next level, you'll only ever have 3 lives. You won't get any more. So what happens is you find that you've gotten to the 3rd level and you just get it wrong once and it's over because you probably messed up the last 2 times in the other stages or whatever. The graphics aren't amazing, but they don't really need to be. It's a fun game. Go for it. Why not?
Droid.
This is Basketball Shot. Simple concept. Flick the basketballs with your finger into the basketball hoop. And as you go further along, the basketball hoop begins to move from side to side, making it more complicated. If you throw the ball and it hits the rim, you get 2 points. And if you throw the ball and it doesn't hit the rim, you get 3 points. This game feels pretty pointless until you realize that they have little targets that they set for you, and you've got to meet those targets. You get a lot of time to begin with, and as you go further and further along, you get less time and you get higher targets to meet. So the trick with this game is to score as heavily as possible in the early rounds, and that will sort of tide you through to the latter rounds. It's not a bad game, this. It's quite relaxing, it's fun, go for it.
Droid.
This is air hockey, and you can play on your own, against the computer, or against a friend in 2-player mode. You select your little character, you can select difficulty levels. It's got decent graphics, decent sounds, decent tracking of your finger, could be better. This is best played against a friend, I think. I think it's more fun playing against another person. And if you've got a good sized screen, fortunately I have with my Galaxy, it's a lot of fun. And they threw in a few little effects to keep the game interesting. Not bad at all.
Droid.
This is Labyrinth Light, very popular Android game. Starts off real easy, and after you've mastered the basics, it gets difficult quite quickly. Decent graphics, feels quite realistic, and if the balls start behaving strangely and you think what's going on, they're not going in properly, the ball's not moving like it should, you can always recalibrate it in the settings. You've got a little spirit level there, and once you align everything, you can get back to playing. This is Baseball Superstars. You get the pitch, you get the bat, funny commentary, decent graphics. What's not to like? This is a game called Soccer, a very basic game. You have to kick the football into the goal and hit the target in the center. How high it goes depends on how hard you kick it or flick it. You have to get the angles right. I'm not sure how much enjoyment and use you'll get out of this one, but for some strange reason I keep finding that I come back to this game. It's worth a try, it's free, go for it.